Hello, everybody. It is Patty your Independent Scentsy Director of Team WunderBar. And this is the first Tuesday of the month, which means it's Team Talk Night. And tonight we're going to talk about expanding your customer base. Good evening, Mel. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Lots jumping on. Hello, Joe. Like the hand. Hi. I hope you all have a pen and paper because I'm about to freak your freak. And hello, hello, hello. I'm about to freak your freak, and you're going to have a lot of ideas on how to get more customers. Hello. Welcome back, Michelle. Hey, Kim. What time is it? 8:31. Okay. Give one more minute, and then we'll start. I've been yawning all night, so just excuse me. I'll try not to yawn on you. It's not that you're boring. It's just that Mondays and Tuesdays, I am slammed all day, all night, especially the first Monday, Tuesday of the month. So I just get a little sleepy, which is why my day off is tomorrow. All right. Okay, first thing I'm going to quickly cover, and when I say quickly, I mean quickly, is a little bit of housekeeping. We have a lot of new people in Team WunderBar because of what happened in May. We had 64 new teamies in May. And so there's a lot of things that I forget that you kind of don't know, but I can't teach you everything all at once. So a lot of this is self-research and reading things and looking at your consultant guide and reading your consultant agreement and going into workstation in the training center. And you're going to find out about compliance and Scentsy standards and what you can and can't do. So I'm not going through all of that right now, but what I am going to do is a little bit of etiquette housekeeping. Sorry, I have a customer who's going to join, I think, messaging me. I was messaged in the last couple of days by somebody else because if I'm friends with you on Facebook, which is why I friend you on Facebook, so people know that you're mine, more or less, right? And it allows people to contact me and say, hey, you're friends with her. Is she one of your downline? This is what she did, and they screenshot me stuff. Hey, Sarah, Nooka. That's what I call you. Although I heard it might be Zara. And I'm going to swipe the comments away just for a second so I can stay on track right now. Scentsy doesn't have a lot of rules, has a couple. And the ones that they have, the reason why they have these rules is to protect all of us and keep the playing field fair. So while you may not know if you think it's a big deal, if you think about it in the grand scheme, I can always see where Scentsy's coming from. But a lot of times as a newbie, or if you've never been in business or you've never been in something like this, you can't see kind of the bigger picture of why this matters. Now, as in any job or business that you have, there's always going to be some F-knuckles that ruin it for everybody. It's why uniforms are a thing, because they don't trust people to dress professionally and wear Daisy Dukes to, the doctor's office. So there always are going to be people that deliberately break the rules because they don't care. They're not educated. They don't care who they hurt. They're very selfish. They're desperate. They're ignorant. They're all these things. It doesn't mean that they're correct. It doesn't mean that because they do it, you're going to do it too. You know the old saying, if your friends jumped off the bridge, would you jump? I always went, well, probably. It also doesn't give you permission to police them on their posts about their business. I had 2 reports this week. One of them was somebody posted something who's no longer a consultant. The person that posted this, it was her husband, but they're not consultants anymore because they're both very, very sick. And they need some massive surgeries. They have a lot going on in their lives. But they posted something, and one of the people in Team WunderBar basically started berating them in their post, in the comment. Well, no, this one actually went and hijacked their post and said, if you want Scentsy products, contact me. Now, these people said, that's out of compliance. I said, it's actually not out of compliance, but it's rude and it's tacky and it's not classy and it's disrespectful and it's desperate and it's yucky. So that is how I handled it with that one. If you see something, if you see somebody else's, I feel like I shouldn't even have to say this, but obviously I do. If you see somebody else posting or selling something, but literally posting about Scentsy, as a Scentsy consultant, do not hijack their post and say, but you can get Scentsy from me. Do not. I've allowed this person to stay in the team page for now, but if the behavior continues, they will be removed. That is not what I want to be associated with. That is just not nice. It's so not nice. It's like, it's purposely undercutting somebody. The second thing is, the second person saw somebody's post and started basically belittling them and policing them on their post, telling them you can't do that, that's out of compliance. And they started just like barraging them with the stuff. Again, that makes the person doing that look worse than the person posting the wrong thing. Please, please, please. And sometimes when people are new, they don't know what they can't do, or they haven't listened, but sometimes you can private message them. Take it privately. Do not do that on their business postings. Don't do that. It's just rude. But take them. Now, these 2 people, even if you sidebarred them, they'd probably jump all over you and they probably would still not be a very nice person. So if you have concern about compliance and you think somebody's doing something wrong, gather the evidence, take the screenshots, go into Workstation, go submit a ticket and put compliance or Scentsy standards violation and submit the pictures and what you found and where you found them, and then let it go. Don't send them to me. I don't want them. I don't care. Focus on your own business. If these 2 people would spend as much time on their own business than they do trying to rip apart everybody else, they'd have amazing businesses. So, does that make sense to you? Any questions about that? It's a very simple thing. Do not waste your time figuring out and pointing out what everybody else is doing wrong. Just work on your own business. If you see something and it comes into your vision, take the evidence and submit it to compliance. Do not send it to me. Do not go, I thought we weren't allowed to do this. I don't want to see it. I don't care. I don't want to have to be everybody's police either. If you have a problem with it, you are an adult and a business owner, and you can contact them privately and say, hey, I'm not sure if you know this, but I don't think we're supposed to do this, or I don't think you're allowed to do this. And maybe find the evidence in Scentsy standards first, and then contact them and go, hey, I just didn't want you to get in trouble. That's usually what I say. I just didn't want you to get in trouble, but I didn't know if you knew this. And so what you did wasn't right. I'm very quick to be like, hey, change this. Hey, take that down. And it's not a yelling. It's just a, hey, I'm looking out for you because I don't want you to get in trouble. So please, please, please stay classy. Please be nice to each other as your fellow consultants. If you are a narcissistic personality and you could give a crap about other people, I don't think this is the right business for you. Maybe you should look at something else, or at least another team. I don't need numbers that bad that I want yuckiness on my team. Okay? So, okay. Whew. Shake it off. Shake it off. I've been roaring all day. If I would have left this message at 1 o'clock today, I think your phones would have started on fire. Just saying. All right. So, now to the fun stuff. Whew. Okay. I've been nervous about delivering that all day because I hate being that person that I have to, like, you know. That's not my thing. All right. I hope you have a pen and paper. I hope your brain is ready. I am going to, every time I do coaching calls with people, every month, it's so weird. It ends up being kind of the same theme in everybody's phone call. It's so weird. So this one was about earning the incentive and people going, I don't know where to find new people. I don't know where to find new customers. I've asked my friends. I've asked my family. I don't know what else to do. What can I do? Because you want to earn this. You want to earn this trip. Or you want to quit your job, or you want a bigger paycheck so that you're not scraping, or you want to treat your family or your kids to something special, or build something, or save for a house, or whatever your thing is. But let me tell you, if you don't feel it in your heart, if you're just like, yeah, if it happens, great. Oh, I hope it happens. Oh, I wish I could do that. Those aren't business plans. You need a plan. And you're going to have to get uncomfortable, and you're going to have to feel maybe a little bit nauseous every now and again for stepping outside your comfort zone. Because all the good stuff is outside of it. It's not inside where it's all safe and fuzzy and comfy and everything you know. It's legit being uncomfortable, but not for long. Just little bits at a time. And you survive. We've all survived. They say the director is the person that heard the most no's. The only reason why I'm a director and you're not is because I've heard more no's. And I will tell you that is absolutely true. Unless you're actually saying all the wrong things. Which usually it's not that way. So it's just that you're not asking enough people. So if anybody has ideas as we go along, let them rip in the comments, because everybody has different experiences. Everybody has different family circumstances. Everybody has different health experiences. Everybody has different mental health conditions. Everybody is different and thinks different and has a different life and different time and different things. But the work is the same. Everything I do is what you have to do too. I don't just get to go, oh, I'm a director, I can sit back and do nothing. Hell's to the nose. So, this is the scenario I give to most people because most people have children. If the free Scentsy trip, say you have a sick child or a sick husband or a sick mom or something like that, and they need an organ. Like my partner who passed away, he needed a kidney. Say that I could earn the trip or a kidney. What if a kidney was up for grabs? What if everybody that needed a kidney, somebody joined and they could earn a kidney? Would you do what it took to get the kidney? I bet you would. I bet you'd pull out all the stops. I bet you wouldn't even think about people saying no to you. I bet you wouldn't be afraid to ask people. One, because it's not for you. Because for some reason, we have a trouble asking for what we want. I don't know what that's about, but stop it. And two, you would still have to ask them to buy things to get the kidney. They'd still have to buy Scentsy to get the kidney or the plane ticket. But what wouldn't you do? What wouldn't you do to make sure that you got that kidney and saved somebody? What if the person's life you're trying to save is your own? And I say that kind of, and it might be cheesy to say that, but Scentsy saved me. And if you listen to a lot of other stories from some of the people that are near and dear to me, Scentsy gave us a life. Scentsy gave us choices. Money doesn't buy you happiness. That's inside of you. That's an inside job. You have to do that yourself. But money gives you choices. I'm allowed to give more money to charities. I'm able to have my high pain days and my rest days and my days that I hit a wall and crash days because of my fibro and my chronic fatigue. I can do that, and I don't have to worry about calling in and all these things. What if Scentsy could, you earning something, or at least working to earn something like that, what if it helped your husband not have to work so hard? What if it allowed you to go away and fix some intimacy issues in your relationship and just get away, you too? Because so many people have kids and then husband gets left behind and wife gets left behind because wife's doing all the work. There you go. Jonathan Harrell. And we actually know Robbie, who it saved him too, didn't it? I don't think when you're new, you really understand the magnitude of what you have, the opportunity that you have. And the only thing that stands in the way of you designing your life and creating a different life is you. It's your fear of rejection. It's your fear of failure. It's your fear of success. It's your fear of leaving the house. I don't like leaving the house. I don't like talking to strangers, but you damn well better believe that I suck it up for 15 seconds to do it over and over and over again, and then just get back in the car and breathe. I do so many parties, and I'm hot and I'm nervous before I do a Scentsy party, and I feel like, ugh. And every time on the way there, I'm like, oh, I think I need to go to the toilet. And then when I get there, I just go, and I do my thing, and then I get in the car and I breathe again. Every time. And I've been doing this for 5 years, but I have a stack of order forms with me that get me closer to the kidney. I'm just going to call it the kidney right now because it's ode to Earl. If you don't have, this is what I'm saying. What is the kidney to you? What would that mean to you? What would that mean to you? What would it mean to take your partner, wife, husband, whatever? What would it mean to say, babe, I just earned an all expense paid vacation for us to get away and spend some time together. I did that. I love you and I appreciate you. Let me treat you to this. What would that mean? Or what would it mean? Oh, Earl. And so everybody, on the days you don't want to do things, or things seem really hard, or if you have mental health issues or you have chronic pain issues, there has to be something inside of you that lights up something that says, okay, I can't do this today, but what can I do? What can I do? When I'm in high pain days, I just set it all up on the couch. I have my phone, my long phone cord, and I just sit down and I just text people and message people and make things on my phone to post. And even if it's just 15 minutes, do something to get you closer to the kidney. So what is your thing? What will speak to you on those days and go, no, I don't feel like it. I don't fucking want to. But if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it in 3 months. You are going to have huge FOMO. I promise you. That I can promise. You will have FOMO. Next level FOMO. And all of you that joined and said, that's okay, I only wanted it for personal use. If that's true, perfect. This isn't really directed at that. But if you just said that to give yourself an out and make us think you don't really want it, I, for one, am smarter than that. I know just most of you don't believe in yourself. So first, I want you to just erase all the crap. I know this is, my magic wand, you are all cured of all the bullshit other people told you that you can't do, that you aren't enough, all those things. I now declare you powerful. I now declare total belief in yourself. And I now declare that you can do anything. Bibbity, bobbity, boo. Ta-da, you're all fixed. Woohoo! Fix this. Fix your brain. We believe in you, but you cannot, you can't be so afraid that you're paralyzed. When new people start, I think everybody thinks their friends and family are going to run to them. If you have friends and family like that, you are super lucky, and you should be super, super grateful. Most people don't. I think it's easier to start outside of your family and friends, because your family and friends always want everything for freaking free, or they're a problem. They're a problem. When I was doing hair, they all thought I had scissors in my pocket all the time. Like, do you have your scissors with you? I'm like, no. Oh, I have to pay full price for that? I'm like, yeah. Peace. New York godmother, yo. All right, okay. Anyway, put the wand down, Patty. Okay. So you just remember, if you have to go get yourself a pink Poppy the Troll doll and a magic wand, you go do that. Okay. So there's the normal things that you can find training on Workstation, on YouTube, everywhere. But there's some things that I've popped into people's brains this week, and they all went, oh my God, I never thought of that. And again, my brain, different in good ways and bad. And I've been in sales a long time. I love sales. I've been in sales a long time. And the reason why I love sales is usually there's incentives, and there's never a ceiling on how much you can earn. It's not like an hourly. Wow, I just got 2 PWS orders. I sent out my email for the discontinue list, and I legit just sent it out, and I already have 2 PWS orders. See, you just never know. You just do the work, and that's the thing. You do the work without any expectation, but when stuff happens, it's cool. You just have to cover all bases. That's kind of the idea. Okay, first thing, New Zealand and Australia. You are in school holidays or about to start or something like that. And we all know that everybody freaking shuts their, it's funny. The whole country shuts down during school holidays, except for kids things. So why not have a kids things? This is something that most of you can do. I would never do, but you would do. What can you do? Can you print out coloring sheets or pin the tail on the buddy, or something buddy and kid related, and have somebody take care of the kids and have the moms come and have a mom and bub party? Mom and bubs, they call them bubs here, Jonathan, baby, child, whatever. Parties, get-togethers, so the moms get their time. They don't have to find a sitter. Go to McDonald's Playland. Have McDonald's, and the moms do their things and the kids do their things. Parent, go where other kids are, and when you're sitting with the parents, take your testers, put them on the table, sanitize those bitches when you're done, put them on the table, and act like you're doing something with them, sorting them, sniffing them, sort the ones that are being discontinued maybe, pretend you're doing something. Sit near people. Stop sitting away from everybody. Sit near people. Yes, it's scary. You'll get over it because they're going to be like, oh, what's that? Or, oh, you do Scentsy. That's the whole point. If you go to the movies with the kids when other adults are there, I always say send the kids in the movie and the adults stay out and sniff Scentsy stuff and sit in the lobby area where it's quiet. Work with what you have. Again, this is an area that you guys will excel at and I will not. I could have puppy, doggy something at my somewhere. I could do a pet thing. But don't close your brain going, oh, school holidays, I just can't do anything because the school holidays, because that's the headspace of New Zealand. Usually, oh no, I can't. It's school holidays. Oh no, I can't. I remember when I worked at the gym and everybody froze their gym memberships during school holidays. And I was like, what does this mean? Why do they all do that? Oh no, can't do anything at school holidays. Instead of that mindset, how can you change it? What can you do and take advantage of school holidays? Have kids, I don't know. You guys are kids people. This is where I suck at this. Pimp out your kids. Have them do letterbox drops. Go for walks and put things in people's letterbox. You can do that in Australia and New Zealand, but you cannot do that in America. So don't do that in America. You'll get arrested. Yes, of all the shit going on, that will get you arrested. All right. Here's another thing. This is what I've done. I've been in sales and I've worked in building and starting businesses. So when a retail or a new gym opened or something opened, they always hire me as the head salesperson. And it's my job to get this business more business, right? There you go. Look at all the kid people. Here they come. So I'm an immigrant. I don't know people, and it's sometimes it's town specific if it's a gym or something like that. You don't want to be like, pitching to people like 3 hours away if it's a gym right there. So you have to figure out locally, what can you do locally? So these I just got in my letterbox today. By the way, I get is it a Bailey's or a Harcourt's postcard in my letterbox at least 3 times a week. Letterbox is mailbox, Jonathan. I'm translating for the American. Send her something. Talk to her. Your realtors need things that they can quickly plug in. I like fan diffusers. Quickly plug in all around the house to make the house smell nice instantly, not wait for a warmer, in my opinion. I mean, they can use warmers because they're pretty or diffusers. But for quick scent, when they're hurrying up and setting up, put fan diffusers in every room. Just put one. Vanilla bean buttercream. But you know what I mean? People like that smell. Not me. And closing gifts. When they sell a house, what do they give? Because I'll tell you right now, if I bought a house and I got wine, I'd be pissed. Because I don't drink. And I don't eat meat, so don't get me a meat basket. People give weird gifts. So I do have realtors that just order. They order at least $370 or more, and then they get free and half price stuff. So they order, yes, Scentsy Fresh. That's a great idea, Lisa. They order enough warmers and wax to do 6 different gifts. Excuse me. Yes, they do 6 different warmers with bars. That's usually what they do. And then I throw some extra things. I also do eco bags. I make sure I label every single thing, including the warmers, and put catalogs and little things in there as well that she can like make sure they're in the bag too, so that they come up. This other woman, her husband, she's a realtor and her husband is a builder. And when they're done doing their rebuilds after the earthquake and people come back to their homes, also gives them a warmer and a bar and says, welcome home. Builders, realtors. How? Do you know any? Does anybody you know can refer you to somebody? Can you go meet with somebody? Can you make up a flyer or a letter or something and go into the realtor offices and saying, hey, and just introduce yourself and ask them if they can be of any service, let you know, but blah, blah, blah. And show them how a fan diffuser works. Show them what a warmer looks like. Show them. Have them smell some of the scents. You have to put yourself out there. If you think this is just going to happen accidentally, it can happen accidentally, but it's rare. So in my letterbox today, I got this. This is called the Northern Outlook. I got, most of you throw these away or don't get them because you say no junk mail. North Canterbury News. And I like this one. I use this one the most. Essence. So I got taunting me with snow. Some people throw these out. Some people read them on the toilet. I do read them on the toilet. But here's how I look at them. Okay, first page, Lime Real Estate. Talks about Lime Real Estate. Has her name, phone number, and email address. Guess what? Who I'm writing or sending something to. Okay, next. Nursery school. Guess who I'm talking to there? Again, Facebook page, email, phone number, website, address. It's all there. They might want to do a fundraiser. They might want products in there. This person, this business relocated to a new place. So maybe I would send, because it's retail, maybe I would send a little package or drop off a package and say, hey, I just wanted to congratulate you guys on your new relocation of your business. Here's some Scentsy soap because I have worked retail and I know your feet are going to be sore. And you guys are probably tired from all the moving. Treat yourselves to a bath or a foot soak. I just wanted to introduce myself and say welcome. Right? Okay. Website designers. You can seriously go through every single page. There is beauty, spa, hairdressers. This is a hair and beauty therapist. Eye care. Like, if you look at this as opportunities instead of junk mail and advertising, those are all contacts. When I go somewhere for the first time as a business, if they have a stack of business cards on the desk, I grab one of each of them and I add them to my email list. Ray White. We have a Ray White person on in Team WunderBar. Jenna Mills is a Ray White franchise owner. Shoe therapy. Oh my God. Hello. Shoes. Who doesn't love shoes? So you get the point. I go through all these things and try to find a story or find somebody that accomplished something, or a business that moved, or a new to the neighborhood business, or something, and figure out how what I have to offer could work for them or fit into what they're doing, and somehow welcome them and introduce myself and what I offer them. When I was at the gym, I would go through and find, this is just an example because this one I remember all the time. There would be dog shows and cat shows and stuff like that. And that speaks to me, but you do your kids' sports and stuff. Leave the animals alone. It's mine. And I would go buy dog treats and cat treats and take it back to the gym. And then I would write a letter that says, congratulations. I just saw that you and Buster took first place in the dog show this weekend. You must be so proud of him. Here's a little treat for Buster. And here's a month free at the gym for you for being such a great mom. Just come on in, bring the letter in, and you can work out for free for the month. I got lots of people made fun of me at the gym. They're like, I can't believe you're doing that. I can't believe you're doing that. I'm like, why? If somebody did that to me, I'd check them out. Right? So think outside. What are you passionate about? What do you love? Mine's animals. What do you love? And dark men. What do you love? Figure out how to work that in. Because when you talk to other people about things that you both love, it's like it's like a connection. You start building that relationship, and there's immediately rapport because you have something that you love the same. You're not stuck for what to talk about. Because when she came in, if I didn't know about Buster, I'd be like, oh, you're Buster. Oh my God, Buster is so cute. How old is Buster? You can go right into talking about things as opposed to what I'm going to talk to this person about, you know? So, and you moms all have your own language. So use it. Use it. When I'm sitting sometimes and I'm like, I feel like sending, sometimes I just buy 10 stamps and go, who can I send something to 10 people that I don't know? It used to be I went through the phone book and I just picked 10 people out of the phone book and sent them something, a scent circle, a sample, a letter introducing myself, and I just sent it out. But now I go on my phone and I just, when you go on your GPS part, it shows businesses in your area. So I'm like, The Indian restaurant, I was in there talking one day. I was having lunch with somebody on our team, and we were talking Scentsy a little bit. And of course, I'm always in Scentsy gear. And the gentleman came up and said, what do you sell? Like we didn't know he heard or whatever. And I showed him a catalog. He's like, would you like to leave some catalogs here for the people waiting for their takeaway orders? And I'm like, okay. There was an Indian restaurant. I didn't even think of it, but anywhere you have to sit and wait, the fish and chip shop, you know, the doctor's office. And when this month is over and you have leftover catalogs, you put a sticker on the front that says, this is old, but call me. I have a label. It's somewhere in Team WunderBar, but it basically says, this is an old catalog, but call me and I'll show you what's new. And it has my phone number on it and my website on it. And so that they can contact you if they're interested in anything, because you can leave these everywhere. Leave catalogs everywhere. I keep a box in my car of old catalogs in case I am somewhere new and I'm like, oh, they have a place to leave stuff. I'm going to leave a bunch here. You just don't know. Cover all your bases. You just never know when maybe somebody is passing through or just moved to that area and they're like, oh my God, I need a Scentsy consultant. Follow your money. Go into your banking app and go and see where you spend money. And write every single place that you spend money in your local area, write it down. Those are all the places that you should be giving information out, handing out samples, getting to know people there. Stop going into businesses with your head down and all up in here instead of in here. Ask somebody how their day is. Compliment somebody on their jewelry or their hair or their shoes or their bag. You know, there's certain people that work behind the gas station at the petrol. There's one really creepy guy too. That's when I go in at like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. That's why they have them there, I bet. But during the day, they have somebody that's on it. And she is such a cool person. And she knows I'm the Scentsy lady. She's never bought anything. I've given her samples. But you better believe I still keep that relationship going, because you just never know if she knows somebody that needs a Scentsy consultant. But follow your money. The grocery store, again, the fish and chip shop, because that's a thing here. The grocery store, the gas station, the nail salon, the hair salon, your eyelash salon, your kids, where your kids get their hair cut, because maybe it's different. Wherever you spend money, stores, doctors, hospitals, specialists, dentists, orthodontists, fucking hell, every place you go where there's a person is a possibility. It's an opportunity if you choose to take it. All right, which brings me up to the 50-10. If you go into announcements, there's a very wordy picture about gardening and the 50-10. When I started Scentsy, one thing I learned from Jacqueline, our superstar director, was to hand out 50 samples a month to strangers and 10 join packets as well to people. So I've already shared, you've seen it kind of going around, possibility pack, join pack, recruiting pack, whatever you want to call them. My hostess packs are my join packets. I just add a hostess letter to it, and then it's basically the same thing. But they should always be in your purse. They should always be in your bag. The people that came to our team get together as Casa Publica, that's something I do often, but I don't do it every time, because you should always be packing. So what I did was, the first person that can hand me a sample with your details on it will get a prize. And they scramble and get the prize. And then I say, first person that can hand me a join packet or some join information with your details on it gets a prize. And then the third is, anybody that can hand me a full-size product, like a hand cream, with your label on it, gets a prize. It's to make sure that you are prepared. Because I'll tell you what, it's hard to talk to people when you don't have stuff along to back you up. So make the samples, make the packets at the beginning of the month or the end of the previous month. Make them all up, have a big bowl by your door, and every time you leave the house, you grab some, at least 3, if not more. And a couple of the join packets. I give my join packets usually to people that I meet that give me great service and have good customer service skills, because that is what I'm looking for. And I tell them, oh my gosh, well, I usually go, do you have a Scentsy lady? And they go, a what? And I'm like, good enough. But if they go, oh yeah, my sister does, I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to join. Are you a Scentsy consultant? You should talk to her about joining. I'll try to recruit her for her sister, because good customer service is hard to come by. And so when I see it, I praise it. But those 50 samples, they're not going to be an instant result. A lot of this stuff in this business is not instant. It is growing. It's planting the seed, which is your sample, and then it's watering, following up, asking how they liked it, keeping in touch with them, being friends on Facebook, and then engaging back and forth in their post. Not just always posting, but communicating and complimenting and questioning things on their posts. So it's social, and so the algorithms work, okay? Local events. Check out your local events on your Facebook app. They will usually tell you, or in the paper, or on websites, or whatever that means. But look for local events. Whether you are a stall holder, which is like a table or I know Americans always laugh when I say stall. But it sounds like we're horses. Whether you have the table there and the space and you're working the space, or you're a guest, you should be wearing a Scentsy t-shirt. You should have things in your bag. You should be handing out samples. Not blatantly in front of the other people, but as you're going around to other vendors and things like that, you might as well. We don't own people. And if she is the type of people that I see a lot of times at events here, she's sitting on a chair waiting for people to come to her booth. She doesn't actually get up and interact with people. So she's not going to build a relationship, which means she's not going to build the trust, which means they're not going to like her and they're not going to do business with her. So you need to engage and build that relationship. Public restrooms. I have Scentsy washi tape. I make a sample, and before I go out, if I know I'm going to the movies or something like that, I write on a sticky note, a Post-it that says, "Congratulations, you've won the potty prize. Enjoy your free sample." And I take it and I stick it to the back of the bathroom doors at the movies. I don't know. Nothing's ever come of it, but you never know. I just think it's fun. Hospitals, doctors, McDonald's playlands, dentists, fish and chip shop, hairdresser, spa, realtor, new homeowners, builders, car dealerships, coffee shops, plunket groups, school, preschools, nurseries. Go to the mall and hand out samples to retail employees and patrons, nurses, teachers, the shopper game. I always tell everybody, maybe go with a friend so it's not so scary, but each of you go put things in a hat, like pink shirt, blonde hair, red shoes, something like that. And you pick out and you pick it like, I have to red top. I have to hand a sample to every person that has a red shirt on today. And go out and make it like a scavenger hunt. As a self-employed person, sometimes you have to make games up to make this fun. It's not easy. But when you keep doing things consistently and building on it, things happen. Flowers bloom. Shit happens. I swear. Consistency is key. If you don't do anything different, nothing different is going to happen. You have to think differently. You have to act different. You have to take action. You can't just think or analyze or plan. There's people that just go, I'm going to do this, and I've watched every video, and I've made a list of all the places, but they don't act on it. It doesn't matter about what you've planned if you're just going to sit there and do nothing. Great. Give them to somebody that's going to actually use them. Aussie's going back into lockdown or has gone back into lockdown. For Aussie consultants, there is so much you can do. New Zealand proved it. We had 3 product lines in April and could not build our teams, and it was an incentive. We had cleaning products, body products, and laundry products, and that's all we could sell for all of April. And we freaking killed it. We had to learn new things. We had to get uncomfortable with doing Facebook parties. They are not my jam, but I did them. And I'm still learning how to do them better. You'll never see me do a training on them until I do a good job with them, because I'm not a hypocrite. So I try to get other people to come in and do things like that. Like Jessica with her little bottles of things. I love those ideas. And those little ideas from Jessica will help the Aussies as well. So do not think because your country or your state is in lockdown that you are in lockdown. You are not. Your brain is not in lockdown unless you allow it to be. So do what you can with what you have when you can. Climbers group. Absolutely. Serena was panicked in the beginning of the month, and she freaking blew it out of the water. Our climbers group, I'm starting in August. It is basically Scentsy University, and I'm going to teach you about branding, being prepared, personality, how to basically talk to anybody and what to look for and how to sell to them better, as well as booking, selling, recruiting. There's so many things. But it is like Scentsy University. It's what I wish I could teach everybody if they cared, but not everybody cares. So the climbers group are people that care and they want to do more and they want to learn more and they want to grow in their business. So please keep an eye out. I'm going to be posting shortly, probably next week. I'm going to post the application for that and write a little blurb about that so you guys can start applying. Are you going to quit when things get hard, when people say no, when you're rejected? Or are you going to just realize that they're not saying no to you? It's not a good day. You know, we have a saying in Scentsy that means no means not yet. Until someone literally tells me to fuck off, I keep offering, I keep talking about it, I keep saying it. And when I know that I've kind of probably reached the limit, I'll be like, you know what I'm thinking? And they'll be like, yeah, stop it. I still don't stop. I still don't stop because all of a sudden one day something could change. She could hate her job. I'm thinking of this one person that's like, I'm never going to join. I'm like, that sounds like a challenge. I just until they tell you to fuck up, keep trying. It might be just a bad time or a bad day, or maybe they just found out somebody they love died, or it's not you. You know, remember the coffee scenario, or my leader when I was in another company, she told me about the stick of gum. She goes, when you go to a softball game and you're handing out mints or gum and you go, would you like a piece of gum? Because you're having one. Would you like a piece of gum? Would you like a piece of gum? And people go, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Do you take it personally? No, they just don't want gum. I can't chew gum very well because I have TMJ. Do you know that? Do you think I hate you because I don't want your gum? Or when you go out to eat and a waitress comes and says, who would like coffee? And I go, nope, I hate coffee. Do you think she's like, she doesn't like me, I think I'm going to quit. You go serve that table. I don't like her. Or she cries and she goes into the walk-in freezer and she's like, that lady said no to my coffee. Can I go home? This is too much. I just can't. I'm just going to quit. It's too hard. No, I didn't tell her to fuck off. I just didn't want coffee. So stop taking everything personally. Offer. As an idea for people, if you have someone who you think is interested in joining your team, but is kind of on the fence about it, why not invite them to watch SFR with you? Just an idea. 3 things that I like to watch when I need to rev up my motivation, and watch somebody that has determination, work ethic, and a sense of urgency. Because those 3 things, you cannot beat that for success. The movie Philadelphia, if you ever watched it, I think it was 80s, 90s movie. Tom Hanks had AIDS, but Denzel Washington was the lawyer, and the amazing movie. But the nugget, being who I am, that I took out of this movie, Denzel, wherever he went, they'd be like, hey, you're the TV guy. And he'd hand his business card out and go, I'm the TV guy, and hand him their business card. In the pharmacy, wherever he went, he handed his business card to everybody. No shame. Always stuck with me, like, just hand out your card. Just hand out your card. Attach a freaking piece of candy to it if you really want to. I don't care. Make sure your wax samples say don't eat me, because people will think they're candy. Netflix. I just watched it before I came on here because it revs me up. Last Dance, about the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. If you want to see what persistence, determination, work ethic, and not caring what people think, but wanting and seeing the vision and having it and practicing and missing and losing and coming back. What that looks like, watch that. Episode 3 is my favorite because Dennis Rodman is the man for me. Crazy, but true. Thirdly, The Defiant Ones on Netflix. It's about hip hop. It's about Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre and the billionaires they became, and they came from nothing. But the thing that really stands out to me in that is Jimmy Iovine. Jimmy Iovine is like King Kong in the music industry. But he talks about, in the first episode, he talks about his work ethic, and he talks about his focus and how, with Beats by Dre that came out, how he put them on everybody. Here, put these on, take a picture. Here, put these on, take a picture. Here, put these on, take a picture. Oh, you're going to do a video? Put them in the video. Lady Gaga, Poker Face. Changed Beats by Dre. Let's do this. Let's do that. Focused. And he had a vision. And he worked. He locked himself in his bathroom and made phone calls until somebody said yes. Until somebody heard him. Because that. Now, some of you are like, that's like over the top. That motivates me. That tells me like I have no fucking excuse. I didn't come from Compton. I didn't come from the ghetto. People weren't shooting at me. And Jimmy Iovine was an immigrant. New York. And then moved to California and went, is this real? It's nice out? What? Wait, it's warm? What? And he never lived in a house. He only lived in an apartment. Like, life stories and documentaries of people that have been successful, when you watch them, the really good stories are the ones that got shot down and came from nothing and defied the odds and showed people and believed in themselves, even though everybody else was going, oh, don't talk so stupid. You're not going to do that. And you can't be that and all that stuff. You have to find that within you, and it has to drive you, and you have to believe that we believe in you. Even if everybody in your house doesn't believe in you, reach out to somebody here that does, even if it's just me. Because I assure you, if you need people to believe in you, we will stand behind you and go. Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. When someone says I can't do anything, fuck, that fires me right up. I'm like, don't you tell me what I can't do. I'm going to show you that I can do it, which is how I earned my first trip. The whole idea behind this is that you show up. We're on bang on 9:30 right now. I have a list, thick list, 365 ideas to grow your Scentsy business. Now, I didn't know how long my bit would go because those are my ideas and my take on things. But what I was thinking about as I started to go through these, I was thinking, I think I'm going to create an album in Team WunderBar. And every day, I just need a hot second to start making these in a picture form, because I know you guys would rather read pictures than print. Don't we all? But I am going to put each of these ideas that's works, because some of these, and that's why I was just going to post the PDF, but some of them, they're old. They have Velada and stuff in them, which is another company that Scentsy used to own. And some aren't okay for the US or okay here or whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to go through and I'm going to just make them one at a time. So every single day of the year, you should have a picture that gives you an idea how to grow your business. I've just committed to that because I just told you. So if you haven't talked to your sponsor, or your sponsor hasn't reached out to you to ask you which level the incentive you would like, what you're aiming for, and help you figure the point system out, and you've watched the video that we did the other night when we were planning it all out, sometimes sponsors don't reach out to their team because the sponsor isn't going to go for the trip, or the sponsor doesn't want to do the work, or the sponsor isn't where you're at or want what you want. They have a different life than you. But if you've reached out, or and they haven't responded, or they haven't reached out to you either, takes both people, please contact me or your nearest leader, and they will help you plan those points out. Do not leave your life-saving kidney in the hands of somebody else that isn't ready to go for theirs. Okay? And it's not to step on anybody's feet. It's just to not, if people aren't coming to the party with you, and you've asked and you've requested and you've expressed interest in doing more and growing and wanting to earn this trip, if they're not coming to the party, go higher. Just keep going higher. I promise you won't need to go any higher than me. I will help you plan it out. But you do need to put yourself out there, and you do need to do the work, and you do need to think outside the box and believe in yourself. And remember the magic wand. That's all I'm saying. I was trying to remember where I got this, but I remember now. Do you guys have any questions for me? Of course you do, Sarah Doyle, because we're sisters from another mister. Okay, I'm going back just to quickly go over questions. My throat hurts. I was singing a lot yesterday. To early. Yes, Queen. Sarita, Denise. It's true. Get kids to help. That's right. If you want hubby, get hubby involved in earning the trip or working your business. Maybe set a goal as a family. If the trip is not what you're aiming for, what could you aim for as a family or a date with your husband, like a weekend away? Why not make a tracker for that and put it somewhere where everybody in your family could see it? There's Shanti. She's always, there she is. Where everybody gets involved. The kids can help label. I know some of you are OCD and that just won't help. People can make samples with you. People can label catalogs with you. They can help you pack your orders up. They can help do deliveries. They can hand out samples at school. They can hand out samples at work. Get people involved. If they want a freaking ticket and you're not going to surprise them with it, make them work for it. Send samples home with kids after play dates. Absolute great idea. School holidays are the best for this teacher. I can send you all day, every day. Yes, Kim's so happy. We went this morning and my kids love putting leaflets in the mailboxes. Awesome job. Kirsty, you're doing such a great job. Scentsy Fresh, yes. You could even do like cleaning baskets for realtors, for new homeowners, or if the realtors need it to spruce up something when they get to the house. But, the car dealerships or the car dealerships, or I've been trying to get in with a car wash where they buy so many scent circles, or even with a new car purchase in a car dealership, can you put a scent circle in their new packet, their new owner packet, things like that. So again, think outside the box. Like seriously, reception areas, anywhere you go that has a reception area. Could they have a warmer? Could they have a fan diffuser? Could they have a diffuser? Look and see. I work with schools, preschools, daycares. They all have Scentsy. So why not? What disclaimer disclosure do we have to put in incentive trip social media posts? The only time you need to put an income disclosure statement, which is located on Workstation, the only income disclosure statement, when you put one in, it's because of you mentioned pay or you mentioned earning, because you never win a trip, you earn a trip. When you earn prizes or you earn a trip or you talk about money, you have to put the income disclosure statement in there. If you're just talking about earning a trip with the details of the trip or whatever, you don't need one then because you haven't earned it yet. So you can't claim anything on that yet. Hope that makes sense. And I think there is a section in the training center about income disclosure statements as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to talk to this group of church ladies. Yes. And this happened because I took a warmer to work and put it on the staff room. Exactly. When I go pet sitting to new homes, I always take warmers. If I showed it to somebody, did I show it to you guys? I can't remember. Showed it to the climbers, I think. But I always plug in a warmer when I'm pet sitting, and then I take it away. And when these are new clients that I have, and they came home and she messaged me and goes, "What were you using in my house? It smells amazing." I'm like, that would be a Scentsy warmer, and the scent is called Circle of Life. And I judged what her scent choice might be based on the books on her bookcase. When I had visited for the meet and greet, I looked and went, okay, she probably likes earthier smells and stuff like that based on her books. So when she came home and she said she really liked that smell, I was like, my husband has fantastic handy samples. Awesome. Nooka Nooka. That's what I just call you to everybody. Sarah Nooka Nooka. Is it Zara or is it Sarah? Please let us know, because I've now heard both. Karina, you are very welcome, Kim. I think that is everything I wanted to go over. So please know that you can do anything. And please know that you will surprise yourself and it will get addicting. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. Let's kick ass in July for sure. Keep selling what's available. Show the discontinued list. Talk about Bring Back My Bar. And get your calendars booked for August. Make sure you're scheduling your last chance first glance at the end of this month, where you go through what's leaving and the current catalog, and then you take orders from the new catalog and show the new things that are coming. Make sure that you are connecting with people for watching SFR together. It's gonna be fun. That doesn't help me because that still says Sarah to me, because I have 4 people that I SARA and they all go by Sarah. Is it ZARA? Like Zara. That's how I would say Zara, is ZARA. Or is it Sarah? Fucking hell. I just call you Nooka Nook. Like Sarah. Okay, so it's a S, not a Z. So Sarah. Oh, it is Zara with an, oh. Fucking hell. Okay, Zara. Zara. It is Zara. I'm still going to call you Nooka Nook. Every time I see your name, it makes me smile. That's why. I love your last name. Absolutely adore it. Nooka Nook. You need to like hyphenate it with Wonder. Nooka Nook Wonder. All right. Good night, everybody. Mwah. Have a great week. Bye-bye.